Hi, it's Christina with the Sisyphean Journal again, responding to something else that was said on the Viva Barnes um, thing about overturning Roe v. Wade. One of the commenters said, I've known two people who almost died from pregnancy, pre-eclampsia and hemorrhage. I don't like the idea of forcing someone to risk their life for another. And this idea that banning abortion mandates that women risk their lives for the baby is based on abortion lobby propaganda and not on reality. Even back when there were total bans on abortion, there were always exceptions made if the doctor even appeared to be making a good faith effort to save the mother's life. And there was actually this gruesome instrument called a cranioclast that would crush the baby's head. Now, supposedly they always waited until the baby had already died during obstructed labor, but I wouldn't be surprised if some doctors looked and said, this is obstructed labor. I'm not going to leave this woman in labor for days on end until the baby dies. Sorry, baby, head crush, back before C-sections. And you have to remember, if you go to the Real Choice blog, if you watch my videos here on the Sisyphean Journal, you will see that there's case after case after case after case of criminal abortion deaths where the issue of, was this a good faith attempt to save the mother's life? And in some cases, there wasn't even prosecution because it was an evident good faith attempt to save the mother's life. And, you know, I understand the nearly dying from pregnancy and being uneasy. I mean, I have a friend who's as strongly pro-life as I am who had to have 3 late pregnancy terminations. Those terminations are named Daniel, Rebecca, and Mary. They were terminated via emergency C-section. Because if that woman's life is in danger, you can have the baby out of the mom and into the NICU in less than an hour, as opposed to these abortions that are done over 3 days in a motel room. Now, when we're seeing like the pre-eclampsia and hemorrhage, where the woman would actually be in the hospital with a responsible doctor, if that baby appears to be viable, the doctor's going to either do a C-section or induce labor. He's going to end that pregnancy. But there's a difference between ending the pregnancy and killing the baby. And that's what the distinction is. So people who are hanging on to the idea of, but you can't force the woman to risk her life, even when there were total abortion bans, doctors were allowed to take steps in good faith to save the mother's life. That's not a real issue. That is a red herring that the abortion lobby throws out to try to scare people.